Okay.
Hello, 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 and here we are again, our 1 o'clock slot on the online summit even, the power of women making a difference. And we're bringing together from across the world amazing women who are making a difference in their own lives and the lives of the clients that they speak. And collectively together, we are making a huge difference in our world. And that's what this summit is all about. It's a wee bit more than that. It's about showing us as women and the power that we have when we connect with our purpose and our soul, and we step into that power and we own it. And that's when we are making the significant difference. And I've got a little bundle of energy here with us today, ready to have another soul talk, another chat, and find out about her business, what makes her tick, and what her genius is within her business. And I want to introduce you the lovely, the bubbly, the vivacious Jane Scanlan. Welcome, Jane.
Yay! Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Lovely. And this is going to be another high vibe conversation. We had a high vibe conversation energy yesterday, and the internet went down. So let's hope nothing like that happens today.
Well, I have had a healing treatment this morning. I have given a healing treatment as well. So we should be all good. Yes.
Good. So we're just going to take a breath and breathe in that calm, high vibrational energy where we can spark our light and create some magic. So, Jane, you're also one of my co-authors in The Voice of Hope, which we're going to launch, and we'll talk about that towards the end.
Yes.
And I'm so excited because we've just received the book yesterday and we've got so much coming up. So great. And there's a bit of your story in that, so people need to get the book to read more of your story, because today's not about you and your story. Today's about, although you can't take that out of who you are as a woman in business, of course, but today it's really more about business. We are going to sort of blend the two together. So let's get right down to it and ask, why have you decided to become an entrepreneur and a woman in business?
Well, kind of the way my life story has panned out. I never knew what I wanted to do. Never. As growing up, well, I wanted to be a vet, to be fair. That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to be a veterinary surgeon. But that didn't happen with having dyslexia and lack of confidence to just go for it. I am 100% positive there are vets out there who have dyslexia and got through the 7 years training, but my lack of confidence and self-belief and self-worth held me back on that dream. So I kind of flowed into about 8 years of IT, an IT career, and then into the London Ambulance Service, over a decade there. Some aspects of those careers were fulfilling and I enjoyed myself. But my work-life balance, my joy, my happiness, my equilibrium was like totally out of balance then. Whereas now, having, creating my own business, and what I'm working with now is certainly not what I started with. That's really why I stepped into trying to run a business, trying to make money outside of the kind of corporate world, because I wanted to create my own rules, because I never live by anybody's rules. Not even, as I discovered in a conversation I had recently, not even in the recipe books. I can't even follow those. And then I'll just put a little something of mine in, just a little something, but I never follow everything 100% to the rules.
I do know a few people like that, and do you know what? That's okay. And I tell you, in an old paradigm of mine, I would have been the same. I would have been, this is what it says. And, my default comes up, and I can still be a wee bit like that, but I'm not anywhere near as specific as that. And
Yeah.
you realize you've got to let that go, because we can only control ourselves, and that's it. So you just have to let it go with the flow. But so you decided you went living your dream. You didn't want to follow anybody else's rules, so why not create your own business? So just tell us a bit about what that business is, because I don't know yet.
So now that business is helping to empower women and step into their confidence, their true self, helping women to be aligned to what they truly desire out of life, and actually creating those steps to get that dream life, that that balance, that equilibrium, that happiness.
Yeah. So, what is it about you? So, there's lots of confidence coaches and people like that outside. So, what's unique to you? What are you offering people that makes look? You need to come to Jane, because Jane's definitely going to give you confidence. So, what is a little bit of the magic that you infuse, I love that word, into others?
Okay, so um, the way that I work with my clients is very, very simple. I'm a simple person. I like the good life. I like to not overcomplicate life, because back before I started doing my healing and transforming my own life, life was very complicated, chaotic, and dramatic. And the way I coach people, and the way I help people to step into that confidence, is to get out of the chaos and the complicated kind of lifestyles and the drama, to step away from that and literally follow a simple 7-step plan. So each month, me and my clients, we focus on something different. So this month, because it's October, and we literally have 3 months ahead of us, a lot of business owners work with me. So we're looking at the last quarter of the year. And we are basically following 7 simple steps to get super confident about what we require, what we want to happen by the end of this year, and then working through any fears and worries of what's, going to stop us. And creating a simple plan that is going to be easy to follow, effective, and it's going to help the clients get exactly what they desire, what they want to call in from the universe.
And you're right. We need a plan, and I do feel sometimes many people in business don't actually give the amount of importance and the vitality to having a plan, because if not, it's a wish, and as Walt Disney says, it's never going to. It remains the dream and doesn't become the
Yes.
reality. And we're very much that person who can create and design their own realities. And so I think it's amazing that you have this process, it's got these steps, and it can take women through. It's not to say this is a one size fits all, because I know you're not like that. It's about
No, that's why the
how do you
steps,
differentiate it with, then let's talk.
yeah, why each step is almost like open questions.
Yeah.
So what I do for the goals that I'm going to set, or that which I have set for the last quarter of the year, are going to be totally different to the ones you set and the ones everybody in the group sets. So we've got some people that are setting, actually the only goals that I've got left to achieve this year are being happy every day, and not allowing life and business or work to stress me out. Having that divide, that is my last, the goals that are going to make 2019. For other people, it is X amount of clients to come in, getting the confidence to do online videos, getting the confidence to, in the next 3 months to be interviewed online and, you know, have a podcast out and a this and a that. So it's they're open questions that allows each of my clients to be the perfectly imperfect individual that they are, and to allow them to shine their light.
Yeah. And you know, and that's the thing. So I'm always a bit skeptical when somebody says, "Oh, a blueprint," and I thought, I have my own footprint, so no blueprint. Thank you very much. But there will be, and I think it's not that there's anything wrong with a blueprint per se, but it's the connotations attached to it. So it's about thinking very carefully of the words we use, attaching to the name of our programs and everything, because
Yes.
we're not the same, you know. And having had a career in teaching for 30 years, and I know teaching a class of 30 children, they are
Mm,
not all going to learn in the same way. You might get 2 or 3 who like it this way, and you really need to be very aware of that. And it's about the interactions you have that can make the change. It's the communication you have that allows that. So certainly having your 7 steps is very.
mm,
So what kind of, thinking more of the women in business that come to you, and
yeah.
what kind of blocks are they coming to you with?
What blocks? Well, confidence in getting out there. A lot of it because I am quite prevalent on social media now. Um, and when they hear the story of me being shy and not confident, they're like, "What? No, but you're doing all these videos." And like, yeah, but it wasn't always like
Yeah.
that. So they come to me because they lack the confidence to do an online video, but they know that when they have their face-to-face um, interactions with their clients buy them, they buy their energy, their vibe, their words. So to build that confidence and get online and doing the videos is really good, and it's really transformed a lot of my clients' businesses,
Mhm.
and they're seeing much more uptake via online into their programs or into their studios, even when they're advertising locally. Obviously, we're all on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and yeah, it's really helping them to shine. Another one of my clients, dyslexic as well, and she is not the kind of woman to let anything hold her back. But when you're supposed to put out newsletters, you're supposed to put out posts, you're supposed to put out X, Y, and Z if you're in business and you're online nowadays, right? There's all these supposed to things. Yet when we worked together, we're like, no, we're going to chuck all this supposed to stuff in the bin.
Yeah.
We don't work by those rules. We will
No.
find our own rules to work
Yeah.
with. And she now does video newsletters. So
Vlogging.
yeah, vlogging. And she has really got into it. Her likes, her free groups, everything has gone up. All the interactions have gone up since she started vlogging and saying, everybody, I'm not doing all these type posts. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that because I don't want to. It doesn't feel great to me. And this feels really good. And of course, her energy just flows through that.
Mm. And this is exactly the difference, you know. And I worked in the I worked in the area of special needs. So I worked with many dyslexic children and young people, and as well many people with dyslexia. in the business world, and it's all about finding what works for them. And
Yeah.
you're right, it's as opposed to who says these are all limiting beliefs, these are other people's rules. Look, we live in an age of immense communication. There's more than one way, and she can talk and do voice to text if she really wanted to do that too, but
Yeah.
the video is the best way. We know video is the best way to connect with people, better than the written word. So vlogging it is every time, whether you've got dyslexia or not. These
Yeah.
strategies are not just for people who've got, like dyslexia, or any other kind of communication dysfunction. They're for all of us. So you find what works for you, what lights your boat, So well done. I
Yes.
think that's amazing. So people can be rest assured, if you come to Jane for coaching, that Jane is looking at you, who you are and what makes you tick. That's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. So what are your 3 top tips then for confidence and just getting it done?
So my 3 top tips for confidence would be to take a breath. Breathe. Actually, breathing and centering yourself is the quickest way to ground yourself. If you don't like those kind of words, that's more spiritual words, it's really just getting into your body. Yeah. So by breathing, taking 3 deep, long breaths, I do in through your nose, out through your mouth,
Yeah,
and I kind of blow down so it's really focused breath.
yeah,
Um, that gets you into your body and it just grounds you, centers you, and it stills your body, your mind, your energy, and that in itself can just help boost your confidence levels instantly. Um, Second one is practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So you're not going to be brilliant at something the first time you try it. I mean, if you are wicked, you could be, but chances are you're going to be like the rest of us and you're going to need to practice it. Now, I was in the IT world. I'm very good at helping people sort out all their technology as well within their business. So that's something else I help my clients with that lack confidence in all the tech stuff. But guess what? I nearly worked 10 years in IT. Um, I find it really interesting to try and build a website and use WordPress and, get all my online sites up and running. That I could get lost in that for days, and it interests me. But to the next person, it might not.
I get that.
Yeah. So practice makes perfect. Step 2, but step 3 would be, if it isn't aligned to you, get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of the saying, but if you keep trying and trying and trying something and you really aren't good at it, it is going to decrease your confidence no end.
Absolutely.
It is going to waste your time. It is going to zap your energy, and it's going to make you feel like pants.
We don't want that, do we, when we're trying to boost our confidence? It's do what makes you feel amazing.
Yes.
This is, I don't know about you, but just let's quickly talk about this. I hear a lot of women saying, because we're talking about the power of women, that oh, that's too easy. That's so easy for me. That's not what it is. We are programmed to think that to be great, we need to do something super duper and complicated and highly sophisticated. But in fact, and you mentioned it at the start, all we have to do and believe in is the art of simplicity. Because the
Yeah.
easier it is for you, that's where your genius lies. That's where your business lies. That's what, because your business is meant to be easy. It's not meant to be
Yes.
like, no.
And that when it gets, that's when you step back and
Yeah,
you breathe.
absolutely. And
Breathe,
breathing,
center.
sorry. Carry on, sorry.
No, I was just going to say that's when you breathe and you center and you look. Is it practice makes perfect, or is it find someone else to do that job, or just
That's it. You know,
step away from that
you've
area?
got your why, haven't you? So you get to the crossroads, you know. So life's a constant why, like this, you know. It's a bit like the S of success and things like that too,
Mm.
in the success curve. But yeah, it's all fascinating stuff. That's what keeps me going. So listen, Jane, I want to know what the secret to your success is.
Oh, you know what? It's probably those three things. I I never thought I was determined. I never thought that. I thought that I failed a lot at a lot of things, but actually I might have, but I always got back up and I tried again. I equally didn't used to think that I had any competitive spirit in me. Again, I thought I just gave up. I gave up. Not true either, because I am determined. There is a bit of competitive spirit in me. It's not generally against anybody but myself.
Exactly. I'm glad you added that part in. I'm glad you've added that part in because the only competition is yourself.
Yeah.
Only comparative itis is the thief of joy. So we never
Yes.
compare ourselves because we're not walking in those same shoes. You don't know what that person's done to get there. You don't know what else, you know. So you cannot compare.
Yes. Darling, I'm on a call. Do you want to come and say hello to the world?
Come and say hello.
um, yes, so I think that is probably the key to my success, that I haven't given up, that I do keep trying, um, and that I tweak things. I don't keep trying the same thing because it is a form of insanity.
Yeah,
Uh,
as good old Einstein tells us.
exactly. So I do tweak things. So the business I started with isn't the business I've got now. Um, yeah, and I've taken the things I liked out of each kind of phase of my business, and I have put it in here. And I've recently done a tweak with my online coaching business as well, and the way I deliver that, because I was like, actually this isn't feeling great anymore, and I feel like I can tweak it and allow it to feel better for me, but also better for my clients.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I love we never get anywhere, and we are evolving. And I
Mm.
talk about the dragonfly because the dragonfly sheds its skin up to 15 times before it finally becomes a beautiful dragonfly. It's got great mystical qualities. I wish I had my wee bit. I don't know them all off by heart, but dragonflies are just amazing. So they're very special to me.
Yeah.
And I just say, well, I'm a dragonfly because I think I've shed my skin at least 4 or 5 times already. So I've still got time. Because as we learn and we grow, we evolve, our thinking changes, we change paradigm
Mm.
thinking, and we can maybe get sharper at some things. And like you've just said, we release things because they don't serve us, they don't feel right. Because as we grow, things that served us a year ago no longer serve us. And that's what's important as a woman in business, to realize that you just have to keep shedding and shedding and shedding, and you just get brighter and brighter, better and better, bigger and bigger. That's all I say.
100% with you.
Good. So, Jane, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and support this amazing online summit where we're talking about the power of women, and you definitely have great energy and great power, and with that you're making a difference in many people's lives. And I know that just being part of the journey together with the Voices of Hope and the work that you're putting in there to support your fellow co-authors. And we've got a great event coming up, haven't we? We've got the book
We do.
launch and conference, which is also the power of women, but it's ready to rise and roar, because we are rising, we are roaring, and we're soaring. We're soaring because we know that from those heights we will reach more and more people. So I can't wait then. So when is it? 23rd of November. at the De Vere, Beaumont in Windsor. It's an open event as well. It's not just for the co-authors. Come along. I would say if you're in business, you want to know what's it like to be an author, see what it's all about, find out what goes on at this type of book launch. If you are an author and an entrepreneur and you want to get on stage, we've got TEDx talkers coming to speak with us. We've got amazing people who are used to being on stage who are going to share their genius, and we'll all get a chance to speak as well. So it's a bit of everything for everybody. So if you're a woman in business, come along. I think it'd be great. What would you like to say about it, Jane?
I am really, really excited about it. It has been, we've been really planning towards this, doing our interviews with the co-authors, having this online summit where everybody is on talking about their business and how they help women. And the book launch on the 23rd of November is going to be the kind of piece de resistance, where we are going to be all in one room together, and we are going to be learning as well as talking about the books. We're going to be learning how to shine even better.
Absolutely.
Or even more.
Yeah, it's going to be so uplifting, and people will skip out the door truly inspired to take action in their lives and in their business after this event, without a doubt. And there's a lot of surprises going on too. So,
Yay!
Okay, so Jane, namaste, and thank you very much for shining your light in the conference. Summit. Oh my word, I'm getting a bit mixed up. So thank you. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're going to do the rest of the day, and I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Thank you. And there is a free gift, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a free
From
gift,
myself.
free gift.
Is it underneath?
I will get it underneath when I work out the powers of summiting. We will put it in. You will be able to put it in. If people have signed up, they'll get it. So yes, we will get it.
Fantastic.
We need the link.
We'll figure it out. It'll be there. And the free gift is going to be taking you through the steps of one of my courses, which is actually going live next month. And it's all about confident manifesting. So if you want to manifest the life of your dreams, the business of your dreams, then the 7 steps are on their way and a free gift to you to, step into.
That's very generous, and thank you very much for sharing your gifts with us. Okay.
Thank you so much.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.